Anastasia. I'm one of our tutors here at Scholarly who has scored an ATAR of 99.95, and today I want to talk to you about how I became the dux of my school while being 1 to 2 years younger than everyone else. So in case you didn't know this about me, I was able to graduate school at age 16. I sat my final exams maybe a month after my 16th birthday, and I was able to achieve a 99.95, which was great. So how did I do that? How do you make sure that you reach that point? Well, first of all, it is not something that happened overnight. It's not something that just clicked in my head when it came to year 12. No, this is something that I had been working on consistently. And one of the things that I also remind all of our scholarly students, particularly the year 3, 4s, and 5s who have OC, selective, and things like that coming up, is to iron out the basics early. Now, there are two types of basics that I'm talking about here. Number one is your academic basics. Yes, you need to know the academic foundations, of course. That applies for younger years, that applies for older years. If you're going into year 11 and 12 and you still don't remember things or don't understand things from year 8, 9, 10, you've got a problem, right? Because then you're playing a catch-up game and you never want to be playing the catch-up game. The second type of basics, though, that I'm also thinking about here is your habits. Building habits early. It is very, very, very difficult to turn around bad habits when it comes to year 12, because in year 12 you are very stressed, you have a lot of things going on, it is a very high pressure time, and all those factors make it a lot harder to build a habit. The easiest time to build a habit is when you're younger and continue it from there. So I found that I had to build some habits early, and those habits actually helped me a lot when I was studying for my final exams at the end of school. What are some of the habits that I'm talking about here? Well, the essence is balance. You need to have a good balance of sleep, exercise, other things that make you happy, study breaks, because yes, of course you need to study to get a 99.95. I think that goes without saying. Of course you need to make sure that you're working hard. We all know that. But that doesn't mean that you need to work 8 hours a day every single day. That's just impossible, and at that point, you're going to burn out. So, balance is important to make sure that you avoid burnout in year 12, and also to make sure that you are still feeling motivated, to make sure that you're still actually able to keep up with everything that's going on. It was actually a trap that I nearly fell into. When I was in year 11, I thought, I don't need to sleep as much. I have so much studying to do. I can just lose a bit of sleep. And that caught up to me. I realized I am not surviving on no sleep. And once I actually fixed my sleep schedule, I was able to get exercise on track as well. I was a gymnast throughout school, which was great. I was doing my co-curriculars on the side and I was balancing everything. That made me much happier and it made me much more motivated to do well in year 12 too. Not only does it make you much more fulfilled, but also having a strict schedule means that you are able to avoid procrastination. So because I had sleep 8 hours a day factored in and I couldn't cheat on my sleep, I had to sleep. I told myself I've got to stick to sleeping. Then I only had the rest of the day to do X, Y, and Z. I had school obviously blocked out, and then some afternoons I would have co-curriculars, some afternoons I'd have other things, which meant that the pockets of time that I did allocate to studying, I actually just studied. I did not have the time to procrastinate. And that made me very, very, very motivated. And of course, it made me avoid wasting time. I was able to do a lot more things that contributed to me becoming dux while even having less time than a lot of other people in my cohort. So I know for a lot of you guys, you feel like, oh, I have so many things to do and I just don't have the time to do them all. And that is a very valid feeling to have. I've definitely related to that at different points in my schooling career as well. But a lot of the time, it is almost a cycle or a trap that you're creating for yourself. Okay? I found that becoming dux isn't just about being very smart. It's about working hard consistently. It's about having all those good habits and contributing to your school as well. Like, your school will most likely not crown you dux just based only on your academics, especially if there are multiple people in your school who do very well and also get, for example, an 99.95, which is the case for quite a few schools too. So having really all those different things that I mentioned, ironing out those basics and foundations early, balancing your schedule, balancing your routine, not procrastinating, that was really, really, really important in getting me to where I wanted to get. I found that actually throughout year 12, I was the most calm I've ever been throughout my entire school journey. Definitely more calm than year 11, and definitely more calm than any of my younger years as well. And so, knowing exactly how to approach my exams, being prepared very well, and being very chilled throughout made sure that I was able to avoid panicking, I was able to avoid mind blanks throughout exams, and in the end, all my hard work did translate into the result that I wanted, which was that 99.95 ATAR, which was awesome. So those are the main things that I want you to take out of today's little video. Okay, I know that some of you watching may be quite a bit younger. Maybe you're in my classes as well, my year 3 to 5s. Lovely to see you guys as well. But remember, these are all things that you can start developing from young. You don't need to be learning year 12 content right now, but you need to be building those habits and those skills that you'll be using all the way throughout year 12. Alrighty, so thank you for joining. It's been a pleasure, and I can't wait to see you guys again in another video very soon. Bye, everyone.